Aim of this session basically is to encourage you on attempting and appearing for AI-900 certificate examination also. So I will definitely take an opportunity of bringing very interesting part of Azure AI spectrum available on Azure in the context of curriculum of AI 900. The advanced part definitely goes into another curriculum of which the code is AI 102. We will we will not be able to cover a part of AI 102 for the reason that the session is session duration. It's only 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So within that, in case if you have questions, definitely we will visit. But otherwise, we will try to focus on bringing best out of uh, mm, say AI 9 or AI services available on Azure. So AI 900, though 900 number uh, is a larger than 102, but it signifies foundational and fundamental concept coverage of Azure AI services, AI concepts, and Azure AI services. Azure has introduced lot many things and complete end-to-end spectrum of development of all AI services and all AI use cases, AI related use cases. Okay, and for that, very simple UI-based platform. Excuse me. UI-based platform, what they are offering, we call it as the AI Foundry, Azure AI Foundry. In Azure AI Foundry, not only we can do end-to-end development of a generative AI, but it offers us developing all AI related services. There are three ways of doing the developments in Azure. One is using AI. Many of the services and many of the use cases can easily be implemented by using AI Foundry portal. The second is using Python code. For that purpose, I mean to say a language code. For that purpose, Azure definitely offers you something called as a SDKs in different languages. Out of all the SDKs available, in case if you are coming from Microsoft development background, C Sharp SDK is available. And in case if you are coming from open source development background, then Python SDK is available. So in order to adopt a second approach of development, you have to have good understanding and fluency in working with a Python. Third approach is obviously CLI. So using commands, command level interface, we can do the development. So all three approaches are there. The third approach where we are using CLI, in case if you are coming from Unix background or PowerShell background, in that case, CLI bash shell or PowerShell can be used. So semantics are different, but otherwise meanings are same. Syntaxes are different, otherwise meanings are same. So every development that you can do with a portal, okay, you can do with a Python and or as well as CLI. Python and CLI goes further level up, allows you to do lots of customization. So not every type of customization is possible using portal. Okay, there you can use Python. I'm sharing my screen and I will take you through some of the aspects of AI services available on Azure platform. So I'm sharing my screen and let me know when screen reaches to you. Hope screen is reaching to you. One thing, let me first of all make you clear that in AI 900, all concepts of AI services available uh, general services available, okay, those are being covered, as well as what are all services available on Azure platform, those are also being covered. This course and this certification is a foundational certification, and this does not include doing the development using C Sharp, Python, or Bash or PowerShell. Course simply covers what are all services available, what are all use cases can be implemented using these services, and they are offering us playgrounds to try these services. So we will be visiting different playgrounds uh, while we are doing the discussion. AI 102 obviously covers, that is a certification for developers, and it covers using C Sharp code and Python code. So in case if you are from development background and you want to achieve a kind of expertise in doing the development of AI services in your applications, you can go with AI 102. But whoever you are, even if you are from development background, AI 900 obviously provides you all fundamental foundational things. So here you will see concepts, and we will also try to experience those concepts through playground. Everybody hopefully knows what exactly artificial intelligence is, and today what is happening is that this has become an era of artificial intelligence. I will say it is a next generation. It's an era of next generation. We can call it as a fourth generation. We already have seen generation 1, generation 2, and generation 3. I will call this era as a fourth generation. And in this era has a potential to change everything in this world. I went through one of the podcast a couple of days ago, uh, Mr. Nikhil Kamath and Elon Musk. The podcast was actually a discussion between these two. And Elon Musk made some horrifying statements on this era, that in this era now, cost of everything will go down because human efforts are obviously costly, but hereafter in everything there is a AI, and there will be tremendous reduction in human efforts. Everything will be taken in control by AI, and because of which cost will definitely go down substantially, remarkably. And obviously, the side effect is, as you know, AI is taking control of everything, and human intervention will be definitely limited. So it is bit obvious that we people have to first of all cash this transformation all over the world and earn as much as we can today itself, so that tomorrow, even if um, uh, or so human efforts will go down, and there are chances that we may not have to, you know, put the efforts which we are putting into as on today. Okay, so we will be having less work tomorrow, but there we will have sufficient bank balance today itself, and we can enjoy a remaining life, okay, spending that bank balance. But it is going to happen that tomorrow human effort, need of human effort will go down. Human efforts are to be implemented, utilized in personalization, rather than, you know, everything that is being done today through the human efforts. Only it will be limited to personalization. So somebody may see it as a green picture, but I do see that topsy-turvy change in conduct of world activities and our activities which are as on today. Topsy-turvy change. Everybody has to change his or her working for tomorrow, and for that, the molding of our understanding, our thought process to be started today itself. So AI 900 is actually a first step here. To go for that, I will recommend everybody to start working on artificial intelligence because tomorrow's world is of artificial intelligence. Nobody will be left out of that tomorrow's world. Everybody must fall in the line, must try to get acquainted with this environment, and must try to see where in this human effortless environment we still can contribute. There are many areas where humans still can contribute, but we have to uh, undergo that serious transition. And yes, serious transition is ahead, not far away. Artificial intelligence means everything we will not do, but our system will do. So software that imitates human capabilities. It imitates human capabilities. It behaves like a human. Everything the way we do, these softwares will do of its own without human intervention. Predicting outcomes and recognizing patterns based on historic data. We definitely apply a gut feeling and accordingly do some prediction. But our system hereafter will do the prediction. And for that purpose, obviously, system must be equipped with predictive analysis. System must be able to do predictive analysis. Recognizing abnormal events, making decisions, and taking appropriate action. Yes, your system will will go into the data to understand the say patterns there and understand anomalies in that. Your system will go into videos, audios, images to identify anomalies and will take actions, okay, to either bring those anomalies to the notice or fix those anomalies. For example, in case if in any manufacturing unit, something is going beyond expectation, something is happening that is not expected, some spare part is not working properly, drawing more current, or is not working as per the expectations. This artificial intelligence is expected to identify it and raise the alarms so that human beings can rush there and can replace that part. So, but here, human effort is needed only to replace the part. Okay. In order to bring to the notice that a part is not working properly, definitely system is expected to identify anomalies in the system, anomalies in it. Making decisions, taking appropriate actions. Here, taking appropriate action is again the next step. It's not that it will simply alert raise the alerts, but all necessary actions it will have to take, like calling appropriate person, intimating that appropriate person what's going wrong. Okay, taking necessary approvals. Everything system will do. And here, being a human being, we have to contribute to the thing which system perhaps cannot do. So human effort is not outrightly rejected everywhere. There are places where human efforts are essential and unavoidable, but rest of the matter system will take into its control. That is what artificial intelligence is expected to do. Interpreting visual inputs, like your say whenever you are entering into your company premises through the CCTV camera, it will mark your attendance, and whenever you are leaving premises, it will mark your exit also. So through the CCTV camera, okay, your stay within the company premises can be calculated. So that is one of the examples of interpreting visual inputs. Another example can be whenever a part is manufactured, it will go through the CCTV coverage to identify is it damaged or not. In case if it is damaged, obviously system will take it apart. In many of the airports, I already have seen this system where whenever your luggage goes through the belt, okay, it scans your luggage, identifies what are all things inside it. So on that luggage, it may apply X-ray, okay, and in case if it recognizes something is objectionable in your luggage, it will direct your luggage on the different belt, okay, so that it will be taken separately, and the security personnel there will interrogate you, or will definitely look into your luggage by opening it to identify is there any harmful thing, or is there any objectionable thing inside it. Okay, so such type of system is already there on some of the airports. Okay, and so that is another example of visual input. Identifying criminals in the video shoot is another example. Understanding language and engaging in conversation. Okay, here earlier we did have chatbot, but today's chatbot is far better than earlier. Okay, it is personalized. It can communicate to you the way any human being communicates to you. Okay, so that is conversation. Okay, Alexa is another example where you simply ask it to do something and your Alexa does that thing. Robotics is one more example where you ask a robot to do something and accordingly robot obey to you. So many such use cases are there. Another use case is uh, automated cars. When automated car recognize that there is something beyond, say, in front of it, okay, it immediately applies the brake, or it decides when to increase the speed. I do have a car which identifies any object in front of it and accordingly automatically applies the brakes. So I will not call it as a automated or autopilot because it cannot turn the steering wheel, uh, but yes, it can apply the brakes. Extracting information from sources to gain knowledge. Extracting information from forms, from visiting cards, immediately digitizing it and entering the content of that form or of the visiting card as a record into database. Not only that, in case if we have heap of documents, text documents written in the text file or written in the PDF file, okay, extracting necessary information from there and providing us that information on the tip of the finger. We simply ask it what information we need. It will go through millions of the document and will give us a summary of the information related to or in the context of the question that we have put. That is extracting information from different sources. In artificial intelligence, we have these kinds of services. So generative AI, agents and automation, language, natural language, computer vision, information extraction. Okay, all these things are available in the form of the different and different services in Azure. So, generative AI services are there, NLP services are there, computer vision services are there, information extraction services are there, and obviously, uh, say, automating or orchestrating your enterprise workloads, that is called as a agents and automation. So your enterprise workloads, business workloads can be automated using agents and automation. Obviously, machine learning is at its bottom because all machine learning algorithms are being used here. So natural language, computer vision, all these services use machine learning algorithms. Although the environment in which these algorithms are executed, they may be different. Okay, for prediction, simple environment is needed, but for natural language, computer vision, obviously it needs our information extraction. It needs more sophisticated and complex environments like deep learning, neural network. Okay, so those are being used here. For agents and generative AI, large language models are being used, and these large language models also work on tensors or neural network. Tensors and neural network are obviously kind of a hardware available. It's a different hardware available. As on today, there is one US company which is in the hardware designing business, and the shares of that company are at the peak as on today, because whole world is demanding this hardware, neural network hardware. Anybody can help me out to recall the name of that company? It is at the top, and its GDP is far more than even GDP of the India. I think 7 to 8 trillion GDP that company has. So the point is, as of today, this hardware is extremely in demand, and all over the world, everybody is running to get such kind of hardware. Next is hardware of Google. Google offers a TensorFlow, tensors. Okay, that hardware is also gaining popularity. So as on today, the topmost businesses have reached to the topmost position because they are in manufacturing of such hardware. So this is an era of artificial intelligence, and everybody who is in the has adopted or in the business of artificial intelligence, there are good days for them for next many years. Now, we already have seen that artificial intelligence, not only lots of good things, not only bring lots of good things, it also brings a couple of bad things. So there is a threat to the security, there is a threat to personal information. Okay, so lots of threats are also there. So until and unless we control these negative points, okay, we can very well harness a positive power of artificial intelligence in doing something good. So there are principles of responsible AI, and these principles dictate what not to do while using artificial intelligence. So fairness is there, fairness in the sense that the decisions and responses what AI is generating must not be biased. They must not be biased to some race. They must not be biased to some gender. They must not be biased to specific kind of people. Okay, they must be fair in making their decisions based on the data purely. The loan approval model must not discriminate gender or must not create its responses based on the gender. So fairness is one more thing. You have to design AI system which must be working fair. Reliable and safety. Reliable and safety means the system must be working all the time properly with complete 100% accuracy. An example can be autonomous vehicle, which experiences a system failure and causes a collision. If it happens, definitely reliability of such system will go down. Today also in India, Tesla has introduced autopilot cars, but they are not be able to make sufficient business because their autopilot perhaps is not completely reliable and safe. Today they may be facing some problem. Tomorrow they may overcome these problems, and hereafter their vehicles may be enough reliable and safe. Okay, but still, this whole system is getting evolved. This whole technology is getting evolved, and actually this technology in the is going through some transition. But that is something about reliability and safety. As on today, there are AI models designed which are say going through X-rays and MRI sheets and accordingly doing the prediction. Okay, so in the health area, there are models which are able to do the prediction, and these models are able to look into different say different reports, including X-rays and MRI, and accordingly are able to do the prediction. There also you can see in case if a model commits a mistake, and if the accuracy of the model is not as expected, that model play a blunder. Okay, so as of today, whole world is also working over there, and yes, in the health sector, lots of research is going on, and they have introduced some models which are really giving you a great accuracy. Privacy and security. After all, these models are being trained on huge data. These models must be able to um, uh, secure the data on which these models are being trained. So your personal information must not be disclosed through such models. So your system has to protect the data properly. And there are lots of security measures have been introduced. Okay, and privacy and security. I don't think as on today it is an issue to worry about because systems, in case if are properly implemented, can completely secure the data. Inclusiveness, these models and your system should be able to provide its power to everybody, even to those are visually impaired. The predictive application provides no audio output for visually impaired users. In case if they are not able to, they do not have vision. In case if they are not able to read anything, they should be introduced to the thing. They should be explained the thing through the audios. Okay, so inclusiveness means making this powerful technology available and beneficial to everybody in the world. Transparency. Whenever a model makes a decision, whenever it makes a prediction, okay, on what factor the prediction is based, in case if that model is explained to you on what factor that prediction is based, okay, there you will realize that model is really transparent. So an AI-based financial tool makes investment recommendations and also explains you why these specific say recommendation that model is making. What are the factors that model has looked into, okay, and realized that these factors are important to recommend that model. So that is transparency. Accountability. Whenever something goes wrong, okay, there must be one rule who should be responsible for not paying sufficient attention, and that's why that something has gone wrong. So an innocent person is convicted of a crime based on evidence from facial recognition. Who is responsible? Obviously the model, but no. Going beyond the model, developers are definitely responsible, or data scientists are responsible, who perhaps have not properly trained that model in recognizing the faces correctly. So many such things are there, and these are different principles of AI available. In AI-900 certification, there will be questions, two, three questions on responsible AI also. So the topic is obviously important. Different services. Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform provides scalable and reliable services. Remember, this is not only Microsoft platform which is offering you all these services. There are other platforms also who are also offering the services at par. But yes, Microsoft has every kind of service available to leverage from artificial intelligence. There are data services, data storages, there are compute and other services available. So we will see the spectrum of those services also. AI services in Azure. Azure AI Foundry Portal. Okay, so AI Foundry Portal is a portal available to do end-to-end development. Also, being a developer, you can do a development using Visual Studio Code, or even in Eclipse also, you can do the development. In AI Foundry Portal, you will get catalog, model catalog. In model catalog, more than 11,000 models are available. And the model that you want to choose, You can compare multiple models together to decide which model suits in the best way to your needs. So catalog is also available with 11,000 different and different models, and the catalog provides you all necessary support of deciding which model to choose. Azure AI Foundry, Azure Open AI models are also available there in catalog. So GPT-4, ChatGPT models are from OpenAI. Grok models are there, DeepSeek models are there, Llama models are there, 11,000 models are available there. So Azure AI Foundry portal offers you very rich support of doing AI development. There are we can do agent development also. Now, what is the difference in these models and agents? Remember, these models, you put a question to these models, and these models will answer to you. So there is an interaction only of putting the question to it, and you are getting the answer. This answer is written in very rich English language, okay, and that answer is not copy pasted from somewhere, but your large language models do have a capability in writing the paragraphs and the text in such a way in a human being can write. But here exchange is you put the question and it will answer. In case of agent, you put the question or you put command to it, exactly what you want it to do, and agent will do that thing. For example, for HR system, in case if there is a new joinee in company, HR person can submit the data of that person along with the profile of that person. Okay, and what this agent will do will extract all necessary information from the data and the document those you have supportive document those you have submitted about the person. Okay, and will do necessary update in all databases. Will take necessary approvals, it will do necessary update, it will allow the different permissions, so it will open an account, you create an email, open a bank account or send a request to the bank to open an account. Okay, it will say apply different and different, it will send a request for different and different approvals, it will allow the workspace, everything it will have to do. Perhaps in order to do these things manually, it will take many couple of days, and operations are to be done across the different departments, across the different sections. Everything this agent will do, and within 15-20 minutes, everything will be ready there. So that is the level of the automation what we can expect this generative AI to do for us. Okay, but agents, they not only give you response in natural language text, they can take the actions also. AI language, whenever you are submitting the feedback, okay, in which language have you submitted the feedback, then whether the feedback is negative or positive, then extracting different key phrases from the feedback to create some kind of indexes in front of the feedback, which will help in quickly search the specific kinds of feedbacks from the heap of such feedbacks. Okay, so AI language detect the language, summarizes the text, okay, identifies the sentiment of the text. That's what AI language can do. AI translator can translate the things from one language to the another language. AI speech can convert your audio into text and text into audio. So whenever there is a meeting happening, okay, transcript will be prepared. Whenever this transcript is to be prepared for the movies, that is also an example of AI speech. So every dialogue in that movie is transcript into specific language, and those text sentences are shown as a subtitle in the movie. So many such examples can be given as an example of AI speech. Azure AI Vision, it understands images, videos, what are all different objects there, what objects are looking abnormal, specifically in the health sector. Whenever X-ray is shown to it, it will identify whether it can recognize say crack in some bone. So it can identify in case if you are submitting MRI documents to it, MRI scan of maybe brain. So it may point out which part of the brain may be facing some problem. Okay, so which part of the brain may not be having or maybe having a kind of a tumor or some kind of damage, so that it will recognize. So that is AI vision. Face API can identify a person from the face, can mark your attendance, recognizing the face. Okay, can identify criminal in the crowd. Okay, against whom there may be lookout notice raised. Okay, so that is about the face API. Document intelligence, PDF forms, handwritten text. If you submit, it will read that text and will digitize it as a record into the database. Content understanding, in case if you have got billions of documents, billions of documents have been generated in your company, and you want to design a system, search a system, okay, which can identify a specific document, okay, which you are looking for, or multiple documents which are covering a specific kind of topic. Okay, such type of documents it will help you to search, and for that purpose, content understanding and search system, AI search working at the front, okay, will help you out, and you can use these services to design the system to extract the knowledge from billions of documents. Quickly answer a couple of questions. Which is the best description of generative AI? What is generative AI? You can unmute, please. You can unmute and then answer. Because comments as of now I am not able to see. Okay.
Sir, I think, hello, sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, I think option A is the right one. Generative AI uses a language model to create original content in response to a prompt.
Yes, you're correct.
Thank you, sir.
Second option is not applicable because generative AI is not older form of AI. Third option is not applicable. Is a complex form of AI that can only be used by specialists such as data scientists. No, as on today, now everybody is using generative AI. Even in the Google also, whenever you are giving a search, Google does have an option to show you response from ChatGPT. Okay, so everybody is using generative AI as on today. So first option is correct. That whenever you ask it to write an essay for you, it will write an essay. You can ask it to write a blog, it will write a blog for you. So the first answer is correct. Let us go through the second question. An application analyzes scanned business cards to record the names, telephone numbers, and email addresses of business associates. What AI workload best describe this?
Sir, information extraction.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Okay, and the third is inclusiveness. The predictive app provides audio output for visually impaired users. So how you can help visually impaired people and to extract and experience the power of the AI? So there you have to have a system, we call it as the inclusive system, okay, which offers different aids for everybody to work with the system and to understand from the system. It is inclusiveness. I have received a couple of messages. Let me see them. Yes, yes. NVIDIA. I could not call immediately, but it is NVIDIA Siddesh. You are absolutely right. Today, NVIDIA Intel and AMD, I think I was talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is leading much in developing hardware today. Intel is in designing the motherboards and uh, things like that, but NVIDIA is much ahead in developing neural network hardware.
പിന്നെ എന്തിനാ പറഞ്ഞേ? അതിന് ഞാൻ പൈസ
Sorry?
എക്സ്ട്രാ കൊടുത്ത് പെട്ടെന്നാക്കി. ഹലോ, സോറി.
Voice was breaking. Sorry, come again.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
Acha. Machine learning. So machine learning, okay, which is basically for predictive analysis, where you can do the predictions. Okay. So here what you have to do is you have to have one model, algorithm we will call it. Statistical scientists have already written these algorithms. So you do not have to learn statistics or using these algorithms. The complete mathematics and statistics being used in such algorithms. These algorithms have already been written into computer languages. So there are algorithms written in Python, there are algorithms written in Java. You simply have to create object from the class. Okay, that class represent that algorithm and use that object for the prediction purpose. But here it is a two-step process. In the step one, you have to train that object. We call it as a training the model. We have to train the model. Training the model means what? What it does actually, that whenever you are submitting the data from which you want it to be trained, from that data it recognizes the pattern. It does not store that data. It simply recognizes the pattern. From the pattern, then it creates equation. It can be equation of a line. It can be equation of a logarithmic curve. It can be mathematical equation what it creates, and that equation then is used for the prediction purpose. So algorithms basically or models basically they do not store data. They extract the pattern from the data, convert that pattern into some mathematical equation, and then once it successfully converts that pattern into mathematical equation, that mathematical equation can be used for the purpose of prediction. And once training is done, training is a process of converting the data pattern into mathematical equation. Once training is done, then we can use that mathematical equation in production. We can use that model in production so that now everybody can connect to that model, submit new data to it and get the prediction from there. Whenever you are submitting training data to it, you have to have two parts in your data. One is the features. Features are the values on which its prediction will be based. And another is a label. Label is representing actual prediction, what it has to do. Just to make out my point, there is an ice cream selling outlet, and this outlet wants to know well in advance, okay, how much stock they should have on specific day. So day of a week, is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, month, okay, whether it is summery days or whether it is a winter days, okay, temperature. This information will be submitted to it, and there then that model is expected to predict number of ice cream cones sold. This prediction will definitely help that that outlet to have sufficient inventory. Okay, so that organization, that outlet wants to get this prediction done. Okay, well ahead of supply of their inventory to the outlet. Okay, such type of predictions are to be done, and this is the information what we will submit it to it. Okay, on this day. Now this is historical data on previous Mondays, how many ice cream cones were sold, okay, in what month, what was the temperature on that day, and how many ice cream cones were sold. This is the information what we will have to use to train the model. But thereafter, you know, it will be able to do the prediction for tomorrow. Means I will submit yesterday's information and thereafter it will start giving me prediction for tomorrow. Okay, so there we will have to use a machine learning. Machine learning from this data, okay, goes through the data, understand the pattern, and accordingly create a mathematical function. And that mathematical function can do the prediction for tomorrow. Yeah. Type of machine learning models. Machine learning, there are two types of machine learning models: supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. In supervised machine learning, there is a regression, there are classifications. These are, different types of machine learnings. Okay, in case if you go through the machine learning study in further detail, you will come to know nitty-gritty about it. There are different types of algorithm: linear regression, SVC algorithms. Multiple types of algorithms are there, and using one of the algorithm, you have to train the model. You have to create the model, you have to train the model, you have to evaluate its performance, and thereafter you can use it for the prediction. So data scientist has to select the algorithms, and normally what data scientist does is he will not select a single algorithm. He will select some 10 algorithms. For every algorithm, there is a specific kind of performance that algorithm is entitled to give on the given data. Also, for a single algorithm, performance may vary with something called as a hyperparameters. In mathematics, we call them the constants. For line equation, A is equal to B plus C Y. Sorry, Y is equal to A plus B X. A plus B X. Okay, Y is a prediction. A is a coefficient, slope that represents the slope, plus B represents the intersection of the line along the y-axis, and then X. So A and B represent hyperparameters. Different algorithms definitely will have different hyperparameters, and those hyperparameters also make the difference in accuracy of the algorithms. So you have to choose the algorithm. Being a data scientist, you have to choose the algorithm. You have to choose multiple hyperparameters, and you have to train that model, okay, on different algorithms and on different sets of hyperparameters, and then compare all these models with respect to their performance, how accurate they are doing the prediction. And the best performing model is the model which is doing the best prediction. So that's how you identify best performing model. But data scientists will have to create such around 50 models to choose a best performing model. So data scientist definitely has very rigorous work to do, and they create around 15 to 50 models. Okay, thereby they then come to the selection of the one model. So train the data, use the training data to train the algorithm, and thereby you will get the model. That's what I have explained to you. Okay, regression, classification, clustering, different types of algorithms are there. I think it is a time for me to go to the next section, and it's a generative AI section. I will take you through some demos also in today's discussion, so thereby you will also come to know how these things work in our system. Generative AI. Generative AI, to the generative AI, you have to submit the question, and from generative AI, you get the response. From generative AI, you get the response. This response will be in the form of some innovative document. It can be in the form of the text, even it can be in the form of the image. In case if you ask it to create image of specific kind, it will create an image also for you. So that is about a generative AI. It creates its own document. That document may be image, that document, if that file can be even audio file. So if you ask it to create some audio music, it will do for you. It will do it for you. If you give a lyrics to it, and if you ask it to create a song, okay, with the features of the songs uh, uh, created by A.R. Rahman, musician A.R. Rahman, it will create a song for you. So very interesting that it is able to do everything that human beings are able to do. Agents and automation, that is also related to generative AI. They are basically to orchestrate the enterprise level workflows. Okay. Today, Copilot is an example of this. Okay, you might have heard a lot about the Copilot. Copilot is an example of this. What things you can ask this generative AI to do for you? Write a cover letter for job applications. Create a logo for florist business. You will give the details of your business to it, and it will create a logo also for you. Advertising company use generative AI extensively in creating different and different images. So they describe what kind of image they need, but they don't have to spend their time in drawing the image. Generative AI will draw the image for them. Okay, generative AI will draw multiple images to allow you to make a choice, and one of the image you will select as a choice. For developers, generative AI can write a code. A very simple example they are giving, but believe me, even generative AI can write a complex code for you. And as on today, generative AI is able to write applications for you. Applications for you. So you may ask generative AI to create HR system. Okay, you will describe there what do you want on the home page. You will describe what do you want on uh, uh, different pages. Okay, and accordingly it will write a whole web application for you. So this is really a serious threat to developers community. Note this point. Really serious threat. In case if it is able to write a big applications tomorrow, what our developers community will do? So their developers community as on today must be getting acquainted with the generative AI. And many organizations are reaching to you, okay, to incorporate generative AI in their applications. Developer community has a very good business to do there, that they can help in incorporating generative AI in different applications of the client. Once generative AI is implemented, thereafter perhaps that client may not need developer services. But here, until and unless there are clients who are wanting to add a skill of generative AI to their applications, developers do definitely have bread and butter there. Okay, different language models are there. We normally call them as a large language model. Large language model. These large language models have been already trained. These are pre-trained models. Mostly means I am talking about pre-trained model. There are models, raw models are also available, but here I am talking about chat GPT like model. It is pre-trained model. That model has been trained on very large data, okay, of general knowledge, of world's history. Okay, and then you can put the questions to these models, general knowledge questions, or writing more on some incidences. In case if you ask it to write some essay on uh, man's first landing on the moon's surface, it will write everything for you. Okay. So what happens is training text has already been used there to train the model. That model, uh, as per its architecture, we call it the transformer model. There is something called as the encoder in the model, decoder in the model. Okay, what that model does is what your text you are submitting to it as a part of the training, it convert that text into something called as a vector text. Every word and phrase in that text is converted into vector. And what is a vector? Vector is a representation, numeric representation of those words. But note that it is not barely numeric representation. Those numerics are representing the word, and also those numerics are representing semantic of the word, meaning of the word. So dog and cat, these are two different animals, but they are animals. So animal is something, you know, some category where dog and cat falls. So that semantic can represent that these are animals. But these two are different species. That also is represented in the semantics. A dog is a different species, cat is a different species. Both are carnivorous. So all the details are there, similarities and the details are there, but semantic represent their actual meaning. And that's why these words can easily be used in fabricating sentences. Okay, I think it is a time for us to show you some demo. Okay, so I will take you through some demo now. So for that purpose, let me do one thing. Let me take you to this demo. Okay, so we will have one chatting model here, and we will use a playground to work with that model. So this is one URL. Let me try with. Now here it is creating the model. Huh? It will take some time to deploy the model and make that model services available to me, and thereafter then we will chat with that model. Okay, so here once that model gets ready, we will get this kind of screen. Okay, and it will take a couple of seconds. I think model is ready. Model is ready. Okay, and now I can put a couple of questions to that model here. So, who was Ada Lovelace? So, Ada Lovelace, that lady is being called as the very first programmer of the world, programmer in the world. Okay, he wrote algorithms. Actually, the technology was not advanced at that time, uh, so that her algorithms could be tried and tested. She wrote the algorithms on some mathematical engine what Charles Babbage designed. Okay, so but uh, Charles Babbage engine could not take workable shape, and that's why her algorithms remained algorithms only. So now let it give me more information about her. Tell me more about Charles Babbage. The first question was regarding Ada Lovelace, and now second question will be for Charles Babbage. But this is a kind of text. These models, which model I am using here? 5.3. The 5.3 model is creating this kind of text there. Whose full name was Augusta Ada Byron, was an English mathematician and writer primarily known for work on Charles Babbage early mechanical general purpose computer. Yeah. So every details about her are being shown here. And remember, the information what it is creating is not copy paste from somewhere. This is the information, every sentence this model is writing for you. The way any human being writes, it is writing every sentence for you. Also note that if you put same question again, it will not give you same answer. It will give you answer in the different way. So every time it writes this text in its own way. Complete information you will get about her. I'm expecting it to stop now. There is no way I can ask it to stop now. Okay, in 1852, at the age of 36, she passed away. Her contribution to the field of computing have been recognized. So there is ADA programming language. Very long back, that programming language was used. It was not invented by her, but in her memory, the name was given to the language. Yeah. Let me put a question on Charles Babbage. So here it will gather the information about Charles Babbage, and that information it will mention here. Okay. So now here, what are we doing here is simply a playground. In reality, in order to enable your application with the features of the uh, generative AI, similar kind of text boxes you will have to design in your application, where this kind of text boxes you will have to design in your application, where end user will put the question and whatever response that application will receive from LLM, that response will is to be shown this way. Complete response is to be shown this way. This is the way, through the chat we may be putting the question, and then we will be receiving answer. Okay, that type of interaction we can do. So such type of chats you might have seen in banking applications, also in HDFC. I think there is a application, I don't remember her name, but that's also a chat interaction only. I think there is somebody, Ada is there, and not able to recall. One thing is very interesting, that Ada did lot of work there, pioneering work for programming. Babbage did pioneering work for computer. But after their death only, their work got recognition. Whenever they were doing this work, they were not aware what kind of work they have done. After 100 years and after lot many years, then whole world realized the significance and importance of their work. Okay. So in order to submit a question and get the response, Python commands are there. So those Python commands you will have to use in your application, Python application. Okay, and connect to the LLM. This is LLM. Okay, lots of LLMs now here. Only one LLM is available, but otherwise in catalog, lot many LLMs are available. Yeah. Let me take you to ai.azure.com. Let me take you to Foundry portal. Here is a Foundry portal. Foundry portal. Here it is. This is end-to-end development platform available. Okay, so from here you can create agents. From here you can select the model. This is the catalog available. Go to full model catalog. From here you can go to full model catalog. And there you can see lots of models are available. Now here 358 model it is showing. But otherwise lots of models are available. Yes. Here from here also you can select the model and you can do the chatting with that model. So here let me show you ChatGPT models say, or GPT-4o, GPT models. This is GPT-4o. GPT-5 models are also available. See here, GPT-5 models are also available. What other models are available? See, Grok. Grok models are available. DeepSeek. DeepSeek. These are DeepSeek models available. Llama models. Llama models. These are Llama models available. So lots of models are available there. Okay, let me go with, excuse me. Sorry, sorry for interruption. So let me go with the chat GPT model here. Here it is. So here are the details of that model. Okay, here are the details of the model. Okay, here are the performance related parameters of that model. Okay, benchmark and accuracy like parameters are there. And if you want to deploy this model from here, I can deploy that model benchmark. Here are the performance parameters of that model. If I want to deploy this model, I can deploy it from here. I can do the comparison of the models from here. In case if I want to just verify out of these three which model is best, I can do that comparison. I can compare ChatGPT model with a Llama model with O3 models. Okay, so that I can do. If I want to use this model for production, from here I can use it. It is asking me to create a project. Let me go with that option. Then it will create the project. Okay, let me do some settings here, and let me click on create. Then it will create the project first, and inside that project, then it will deploy the model. And then once it deploys the model, we can use that model in our application. We will also see in this AI Foundry how we will get playground, okay, to try and work with that model. So that also we will see. These models have been trained on general data. Okay, if you want to use these models on specific data, for example, if you put a question to this model about no, more information on independence of India in 1947, it will give you all the details. But if you put a question to this model about what are all reimbursement policies in your company, then this model will not be able to answer it because this model has not at all been trained on your company data. So there these models also can be trained on your company data. We call such models as small language models, SLM, small language models, and we can train these models on your company data. So these models can be used for specific purpose. These models can be used for generic purpose. For multiple purposes, these models can be used. I should turn this chat playground off now. Yes, let me close it from here. Because I doubt whether it is getting sufficient resources. Yeah, it got it. Let me deploy it. So it has created the project inside that project workspace. Now it is deploying the model. Remember, model deployment needs its own environment, and that environment is offered in the project. So model has been deployed. I can go to the playground from here. And here is the playground. Okay, which model I want, that deployed model I am selecting from here. And then from here, I can submit some question to it. Okay, so I may be submitting the question like, give me more details about history of India. Let's see how does it answer. And see long history what it is giving. See from beginning. Prehistoric India, since Stone Age, before 2500 BCE, Indus Valley civilization, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, Vedic period, Mahajan Padas and rise of kingdoms, Buddhism, Jainism, Maurya Empire, Ashoka the Great, post Maurya period. Okay, yes, Gupta Empire, Gupta, medieval India, post Gupta period, Delhi Sultanate, Mughal Empire. See, complete history it is giving to you. But in this history, if I ask it, okay, give me more details about, no, my company is Synergetics India. Then perhaps it is not aware of Synergetics India. So there perhaps, okay, it will not, it is simply giving me the information. It had been trained, so it knows something more about it. Founded, was established in late 1990s, headquarter. We are being in a cloud company, it knows about us. Okay, we already have given this information to Microsoft and OpenAI, and that's why this information is appearing there. But you will not get such information for every company. If I give it a question like, what are reimbursement policies in Synergetics India? Now, it may not be aware of those nitty-gritty details. Unfortunately, see what it is answering. As of my knowledge, cut off in October 2023, specific details about the reimbursement policies of Synergetics India are not publicly available. It does not know that much information. But yes, we can design such a model and we can train that model on all the details of my company, and thereafter questions related to my company, it will be able to entertain. So the question here is, this is how this LLM works. Here we can put the question and they can answer to the question. Going ahead, okay, we can submit a system prompt also. System prompt means what? That the director explains to every actor the role that actor has to play. So a person who has to play some villain's role, okay, director has to explain to that person what the role that person has to play, and remember thereafter that person goes into that role and plays it accordingly. Same is the case here also. I can define the role for these models. So these models, I can ask it how it has to behave. That is called as a system prompt. You are an AI assistant that helps people find information, provide short, concise answers using simple language. Okay, so here I am asking that LLM what kind of role it has to play, and then when I am putting the question to it, thereafter, its answers will be different. Provide short, concise answer using simple language. Okay. Now I may put same question or similar question. What is INAC, for example, or same question? Let me put Charles Babbage. Now its way of answering the question will be different. So, let me close or clear all earlier interaction and let me put this new question. And see, its answer is very precise, concise. Was a British mathematician, inventor, and mathematical engineer known as a father of the computer. He designed the first very precise answer what it is giving. Because here I am asking it to not to give elaborative answer, but to precise answer. Just a minute. Okay. Grounded response also are possible. Now let me quickly explain you what do you mean by grounded responses. So grounded responses means a specific kind of data we will submit to it. And we will put questions based on that data. Just to cite you an example to this, let me give it some data. Add data source. I haven't uploaded the things. Just a minute. Upload file. Yes. I have one text file. Okay, from the local machine. No, it is not able to take it from the local machine. Select the blob storage. So I have to upload some file to the blob storage, and thereafter then that file I can mention here. Okay, so let me select one of the blob storage. Say function SB8E5. Let me. Okay, not able to use this. Okay. Select. Okay. No. I do not want to go into further details. Much mini details. Let me close this. Add your data. Ask your question. Okay. I think it will take a longer time for me to design the grounded data. Let me follow these steps here. Okay. Thereby. Okay. Just a minute. Let me go to setup. Let me go to this playground first. In this playground, I will be able to go there. Not in the Foundry. Foundry will ask me detailed steps, which will take a time. Okay. Add your data. From here now, let me add the data. Add your data source. Okay, labs. Here I have one text file. I will show you the content of this text file. Okay, in this text file, reimbursement policies have been defined. Okay, so I am submitting that text file. Let me take you to that text file to show what it has. So maximum limits for expenses are flights, meals. So maximum limits are already been given there. To submit a claim, send an email to something written. But this is the information, or this is policy what has been defined. And on this policy, based on this policy, I can ask it the questions. Okay, so now here I can put the question, how much can I spend on meal? It has to refer to that document, and then accordingly now it will have to prepare the answer. So yeah, it is preparing that document to refer to, and thereafter then it will create an answer for me. It is still preparing. You can spend up to $90 per meal, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This limit is based on the maximum limits for expenses provided. And reference also, which document did it refer to? It's a expense.txt. Now let us see, is it correct? On meal, 90 per $90 per meal, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is the only sentence written there. It has elaborated that sentence in the way we humans speak. Okay, this limit is based on maximum limit for expenses provided and so on. So it is referring to that document, and thereafter it is answering it. Okay, something else, if I want to ask it based on this, it I can. Okay, how much I can spend on taxis and ride shares, or only taxis? Say. Let me put that question. How much can I spend on taxi? Now it will refer to that document, and accordingly uh, answer it will create. Actually, it has to respond quickly. There are models which respond very quickly. This Pi 3 model, is one of the rudimentary model. That's why it is taking a longer time to respond. But otherwise, these models are also compared on the basis of time they take in responding. In chat applications, if model takes longer time in responding, obviously it does not create a good impression in the minds of the user. Okay, so perhaps in real life use cases, you will not use this model, you will use another model. But yes, this is giving you the glimpse of how models do work. Latency is a different issue, but otherwise, how models do work. Here I have submitted a single document, but billions of documents also can be submitted to it. Okay, and we call such a system where billions of documents are to be submitted to it. Okay, and it refers to those documents to create an answer for your question. We call it the RAG system, Retrieval Augmented Generative AI, RAG system. You can spend up to $75 per taxi or ride share. This amount is based on the maximum limits for expenses provided. So see, you can submit your own documents also to it for your reference, for its reference. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So that's how this whole system works. It can work in your Foundry portal also. Okay, now let us have a look at some other aspects of this. Okay, here you can see from here you can do uh, orchestration. You can develop orchestration of enterprise level workflows. We call it multi-agent system, single agent system or multi-agent system. Multi-agent system also can be designed here. For designing multi-agent system, there is something called as a AutoGen framework available. There is something called as the LangChain framework available. And this system provides you support of AutoGen and LangChain also. OpenAI also has its own API to develop multi-agent system. Okay, and that API is also available here. Okay, so multiple choices of APIs are available here, and very easily you can design multi-agent system. Okay, where in case if you ask that system to uh, plan and finalize a tour to maybe uh, uh, Rajasthan, Rajasthan visit, say. In that case, what this system will do? This system will first of all create an itinerary for you. Whenever you are asking it to create a tour, obviously there you will also have to submit the date on which you want to start, the date on which you want to reach back. Okay, the level of the services. Do you want to go with the train or flight? Okay, your preferable timings. Every information you will have to give, and it will create a complete itinerary. Not only it will create itinerary, it will also book the flights. If you give that information that it should book a low cost flights, it will book the flights also. It will book the hotels also. So if you ask it to book 2-star hotels or 3-star hotels, it will book the hotels also. It will book a the Ola service for you from maybe airport to the hotel destination wherever you will be landing. Okay, so everything it will do, and for that purpose, it will have to execute the chain of the agents. One agent to do create itinerary for you. Second agent to book the flights for you. Third agent to book the hotels for you. Fourth agent to book the cab for you. Okay, so multiple agents will work hand in hand and will complete your whole work ready. So that's what agents are able to do. Fine tuning. Whenever you want to create a new model based on the data of your company only, then there you will have to retrain that model on your company's data. That is called as a fine tuning. That complete model is being trained from the scratch on the data of your company. There, what changes you will realize in fine tuned model, that those model speaks in tone of your company, tone and style of your company. So through the fine tuning, you train the model on the tone and style, not only on the company data, but the tone and style of your company. So thereby you will see that it is using vocabulary of your company. There you will see the the whatever text it will write for you. It will create uh, say it will you will see the culture of text writing of your company there. So many organizations fine tune the model and use it for your company information. Content understanding. So content understanding means what? That billions of documents are there. You will design one search system. Okay. No, no, sorry. This content understanding, let me explain it in the another way. In content understanding, you may be submitting it some forms. Income tax forms may be there, or some survey forms you may be submitting to it. It will read information from those forms. Okay, and it will convert that information into digitized row of the database. It can read the text from the visiting cards also. Okay, from all the documents of your company, from different proposals your company might have submitted to clients, there may be lots of emojis your company might have signed with the clients. Okay, and company want to design a system to extract the necessary information from these documents. So on the tip of the finger, that information can be made available through content understanding. Okay, so lots of options are available here for similar purpose. Okay, also if I come out of the chat playground, one more thing I would like to bring to your notice is image playgrounds are there, audio playgrounds are there. Okay, so let's try with a playground. I go to the language playground. Here, I may write some text and I may ask it to analyze the text. Sentiment of the text, I can ask it to analyze the sentiment of the text in case if the text is the feedback. Okay, it will analyze the sentiment. Okay, it can uh, detect the language. Is it English? Is it French? Or is it Hindi? Okay, extract health information if health related documents are submitted. Extract key pages. Let me take you to. Let me submit some text for this. That will help you to understand it in a better way. LP. Okay, give me 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I will complete this and thereafter we will go into question answer. Okay, let me submit some text to it. Analyze the sentiments. Okay, let me download text.zip here. Go inside it. I will get some text here that I will use. Review. Here is some text, say. Okay, now let us see. Just a minute. Review 1.txt. I picked up the content of review 1.txt. And here let me submit that text. First of all, let me detect the language. Okay. Configuration. Language playground. Yes. Okay, see, but for good reason, some awesome Italian food, great vibes. Contoso Bistro always has a live music or event going on to keep you entertained. So lots of things are there. Okay, now let me see what language it detects for this. So obviously it has to detect it as a English. Okay, on the same text, if I want to use the sentiment analysis here, let me submit same text and let me see how does it analyze sentiments. And here, it has identified everything as with a positive sentiment. Okay, and see here, Contoso Bistro. Okay, long waits, there is no sentiment. That's why it is showing it as a neutral. Okay, but for good reasons, the Contoso Bistro and all these sentiments, what it has recognized from that text. Okay, so it Now here this is one playground they are giving. Okay, but imagine these features you can use in your application. For that purpose, there are Python statements available. And from the Pythons, using those Python statements, you can submit this text and it will revert to you in the JSON format about its response. So it will respond to you saying that 90% sentences are with a positive sentiment. So which sentences are with a positive sentiment, that also it will recognize for you. So that's how text sentiment can be analyzed. If you want to extract say key phrases from it, from the given text, okay, that is also possible. The key phrases it will extract from the given text. So some of the key phrases, awesome Italian food, good reasons, great service, all these are the key phrases. Named entities can be extracted. So lots of information you can extract from that text. Okay, let us see something about images. Let me in this. Images. One last topic, one last point for discussion. Here, I will go to say chat playground for this. This. Okay. Here is that chat playground. Let it load some model, and to this model I may submit some image. So I will be submitting it an image of some fruit maybe. Here I will download the images. Images.zip. Image1.png. What kind of image is this? So this is an image of banana. Okay, so this image, let me copy this path and I would like to submit this image to it. Yes, chat playground. No, I want to go with those. Let me go to chat playground. Yes. In chat playground here also can submit it. Okay, fine. Okay, I can close this. I can try with this only. Uh, Okay, setting button. Image analysis. Here I have to go. I have to enable image for it. Image analysis. Yes. Let it download the model for image analysis now. Okay. Yeah. And here then, this is what I already have said. Upload image button is enabled. Upload image. Here it. Here is the button. So that banana image, let me upload. Let me upload banana image. And let me put it question. I haven't mentioned anywhere that it is banana. It has to recognize what fruit it is. And I can put a question like what kind of recipes we can we can create from this fruit. That is the question I am putting. And then it has to give me list of the recipes, what I can create from banana. So now let us see how does it respond to me. Remember everything that I am showing, okay, is possible through Python code. And Python code is extremely simple. Means looking at this, we may feel like how Python code would be complex. No, Python code is extremely simple. And in very easy way, we can do development using Python. Bananas are a versatile and delicious fruit, wide variety. Here are some delectable banana-based recipes you can try. Banana bread and other things. Banana pancakes. Banana smoothies. So the point is, lots of things are possible with these generative AI, and definitely, in case if you do not align yourself with this era, you will be missing a lot in the life. Okay, and you will be so. This is now for everybody whoever is in this technology. Not only in this technology, for everybody. Now this is becoming unavoidable day by day, and everybody has to harness the power of generative AI in their life for making many things simple, many things simple. So I think that's all here from me. Will request you to put forth your questions. Okay, we will see, we will discuss, and thereafter, will be a time to conclude the session. Let me close all the things. You can go ahead with your questions. Let me end, terminate, or let me first of all receive the questions from you. Thereafter, I will terminate. We cannot, hello Suyesh, we cannot leave the slides because these are copyright proprietary slides of Microsoft. I regret for that. What technical knowledge is required? To be very frank, better you have knowledge in one of the languages. Okay, like Python is one of the most popular language as on today, and the learning curve for Python is very simple. Within 4 days, you can learn Python. So, in case if you can make yourself ready and good in Python, okay, that is first technical knowledge what you need. Second important thing is about cloud services. Azure cloud is there, AWS cloud is there, GCP clouds are there. Okay, any one of the cloud, in case if you are familiar with concept of that cloud, concept of the different services, okay, then that much is sufficient. That much is sufficient. Okay, before you drop from the session, we'll request everybody to fill up the form, feedback form. Feedbacks are very important for us. Okay, so please fill up the feedback form without fail before you leave this session. But otherwise, this is all about, okay, about this technology. We do conduct certification sessions also. Certification for AI-900, certification for AI-102. How is the billing work? Uh, Better models might be expensive. Also, how can we decide which model to use? Okay, so we do conduct certification courses also. You can register yourself for such courses. These courses definitely will help you to get up and ready for the examination, and thereafter you can schedule the examination. Okay. Recording will be shared by Shubha. He will share a recording with all of you about the billing. Okay, so let me do a search here. Azure AI calculator. This is one ready application what they are giving. Okay, uh, pricing cognitive service all in one. Pricing by service. So here you will get more details. Let me share this URL with you. Here you will get more details. You can set a currency there and you can see the pricing in a specific currency also. So in this URL, you will get more details. Document intelligence, okay, Foundry tools, Vision Foundry tool, Translator Foundry tool, Language Foundry tool. Okay, all that's what you can get from here. Okay. Besides this, there is a pricing calculator, another pricing calculator available. Okay, for price calculating the pricing for all services. Okay, here I can do a search for a specific service. If you want to use a blob storage, if you want to use a Cosmos DB as a storage, okay, Azure AI Foundry. AI services are also available here. Okay, that also you can use. From here, you can calculate estimates. I hope I have answered your question. His vast has several dimensions. As a senior developer from .NET background, what should be my focus area going forward to get expertise in AI? All the parties, all the okay. What you can do, Abhijit, this is a answer to your question. If you go to Google and if you search there AI 102, developers documentation here you will get developers documentation. That is the first step to go with. You will learn AI 900, okay, and if you do a search in Google for AI 102, okay, it will give you developers documentation, and all these web pages you can go through. Here you will come to know how to use Python SDK or C# SDK. Okay, code has been given there. The explanation of the code, concept, everything has been given there. Okay, and very detailed documentation is there. But going beyond this means if you complete this, okay, thereafter then AI specific course add-ons skill courses are also available. Okay, like for agentic, we have AI 3026, okay, AI, sorry, AI 3004. Such type of courses are also available there. And you can get additional knowledge from these courses also. AI 3016. I will be conducting one session on 3016 on coming 9th. So this talks about natural language processing. Okay, this talks about AI. And the study material has been designed very simple and very nicely. So I don't think complete making ready for AI 102 will take more than say 10 days. Okay, within 10 days you can read and you can practice all the labs. Okay, and you can attempt for AI 102. Thereafter, these add-on skills, these courses are for 1 or 2 days at the most. Every add-on course you can complete in at the most 2 days. So it will not take much time. You can keep your target of completing and getting mastery of this subject in this financial year itself. Okay, managing your office responsibilities. Maybe by February end, you will be able to complete it. Complete all add-on skills also, certifications and add-on skills also. So that's all from my side. Please fill up the feedback. Do not forget filling up the feedback. Do not leave without filling the feedback. Okay. Thanks everybody for your cooperation. Hope this session you find interesting. I told you that in case if you start working on it today, within a month you can make yourself ready. Within a month at the most. By managing your office responsibilities also. So that's all from my side. It's a time for us to conclude the session. Again, one more time, let me request you to fill up the feedback. Okay, and now you can drop from the session. Ashraf, you have any question? You have raised the hand, that's why I asked you. Ashraf, do you have any question? Okay, I think you can drop yourself. It may be a lunchtime for you. You can start for your lunch.